Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Vortex Lounge, the podcast where we're going to talk about everything creative. And time to time, we're going to bring on creators. And in the show, we're going to discuss everything creative, talk about updates, talk about our thoughts, feelings, and then ask questions about our guests and get a little bit of a deeper insight on why they create. And to start off, we got Candook. Say hi.
Hello. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
All right. And our other host, Anomaly, is not here today. He's out. So it's just going to be me. I'm going to get started really quickly with what are your thoughts on UEFN so far?
It's definitely different. I'm I'm a really slow learner, so I'm trying to get used to it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not the easiest thing for me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the verse. The verse is an issue for me.
I can't do verse. I at the moment I'm just trying to learn the interface and everything and just get used to making maps in UFM, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn verse maybe on the side, but
Verse is the difficult part.
Yeah, it's not clicking. I can't. Yeah, I'm struggling, but I'll get there.
Well, I mean, it's big. It's really big. UEFN brought in like this whole new audience of developers, and that's weird. That's really weird to me. All these new people just coming into creative from UE5.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's people making maps now that didn't make them in 1.0, so like they
Oh yeah,
understand UE, but they didn't understand Fortnite. So it's like a bit of a
that's
mix.
yeah. It's a weird feeling for longtime creators
Yeah, for
that
sure.
we've come to a point now where it's just like UE5 environmental shit coming in. It's crazy, but
Yeah,
I like Verse just because I think the idea there with Verse was that they were trying to level out the playing field with something new, so that way
yeah,
UE5 developers and creators would be at the same level when they started.
yeah. I feel like it's easier to learn creative than it is to learn verse, though. Like I don't know how much you've been using it or like learning it, but I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, it's it's rough. It's really rough, actually. But the maps that I've seen with UEFN is like it's
Oh, some of the maps are crazy.
I mean, yeah, I've
What
seen some really really insane maps
what
with
was I was playing earlier? I was playing the Verti's Carrot Nightmare.
oh yeah.
That was sick.
It's that map is funny. That map is
It's
really
it's
funny.
so good. You hiding in the cupboards.
Like it's good in the sense that like the horror aspect is really there, but
Yeah.
also there's I haven't played the update of it with the carrot, but I played the
Oh,
original with the banana.
yeah. He's got the carrot one on. It's a
Um,
new map, I'm pretty sure.
is it? Oh,
Unless I'm mistaken, I think it is.
well, I played the original with the banana, and I
Yeah.
think it started off you're like in a room and you eat a banana and then you pass out
Yeah.
and then you wake up and it's so weird, but it gives it
So
an aspect.
it's sick. I love it. I love all the
Um,
maps. I was playing loads of them earlier.
but then there's also the Galagoland.
What the
Did you see
what?
that?
What with the smiley faces?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god! You just go around and you hit stuff and makes it,
I didn't
it's
actually
for
play it, but I did. I saw it. I scrolled past
oh
it.
no, I played it and I loved it.
What
I
is it?
have
Just
a
a free
very
for all?
soft. Yeah, it's not even a free. It's not even a free for all because you can't hit anyone. It's so fast that you can't hit a shot.
Oh, is it like a speedy kind of map?
Oh yeah, it's at 2x speed.
Ah, gotcha.
You cannot keep up. It's fun though. I have a soft spot for really stupid maps.
Yeah, I think some the stupid ones often do a lot better as well.
They do. It's it's like Roblox. We're getting to that point now too, where it's getting like Roblox. You're just seeing
Yeah,
like really random maps pop up.
Just random, unexpected stuff.
But it's good.
Yeah, but it's fun. Whereas,
It's
like,
good for the economy.
yeah, you get like these high quality things sometimes. It's like they look sick, but then you get something that's just like a random goofy cartoon, and it's just
Oh
like
yeah,
it puts
that's
the.
just funny though.
It's upsetting seeing some of these things that some people make not do too well when and then someone else has just added like a goofy, just some random character or something, and people will click it just because of the character, and it's just like
Yeah,
I feel
it's
bad.
it's good, but like there's some real high quality stuff. Like you just said, there was all of Neverty's maps right now have been really good.
Oh yeah, they're really good.
I don't
They're
know if
really
he had. I feel like he had early access.
Did
I would
I
think so.
think he did?
Unless what he did
I don't remember seeing
is,
him. I had
I
early
feel like
access, but I don't know if I don't know the other
if
people
not
that did.
early access, because I think he's very well known for just getting maps out really quickly.
Yeah, I think it's all he does. Like,
That's what he does.
if you
Yeah.
enjoy it, I don't blame you. It's like they're sick. I
In
don't know if he makes this stuff or not.
in 1.0, there would be an update. There would be an update, and then an hour after the update, maybe he's already got a map with the new update. It's wild.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he did have it early.
But
Which I don't know if he makes all the assets and stuff himself, or if he buys them, but they
no,
look sick.
I don't think he does the assets himself. I wouldn't think so. But
Whether he
that's what's
does or
up with
not
that.
is still
Yeah, it's still good.
crazy.
I see a lot of people talking about like how he buys assets and doesn't use his own, but I don't see a problem with that.
Oh, there's no problem with that at all.
Yeah, as long as the map is high quality, he gets the job done.
I have a horror map that I started like a month ago, and
Yeah,
I got a lot of progress in it, but then I got to the bit where I needed a monster, and I had a monster I wanted in my head, like I could see it,
yeah,
but I didn't know how to make it. I couldn't find one
oh yeah,
similar that I could buy, and I just sort of gave up, and then
yeah.
moved on to a new project.
One of the biggest issues is materials. That's what we found. Me and Taken, we imported the Statue of Liberty into our map,
Yeah.
and it took forever to find a Statue of Liberty that like actually worked. I think we
Oh, really?
also, what did we import? We imported the Eiffel Tower,
Oh,
and
yeah.
The Eiffel Tower was difficult because we would find good models and they would all work, but then
Yeah.
they would have really messed up or just no materials at all,
Oh, really?
and we would have to add those ourselves.
Oh, well, like, you'd have to make them.
Uh, more just like colorize it because it would turn out
Oh,
white.
gotcha.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah, yeah.
UEFN's system with coloring isn't very good. Like we made it a bronze color, like how the Eiffel Tower actually is, and it turned out green.
Oh, really?
It's
Oh, God.
yeah. UEFN's got its issues,
Yeah, it's
especially with materials.
definitely. But it's still new, so it's going to take some time to
Yeah,
polish.
but it's Taken keeps telling me, it's in beta, so I
Yeah,
gotta
but it's like it'll stay in beta
like
forever, probably, just
like
so they can have that excuse.
I try to ignore the fact that it's not that polished,
Yeah.
but it's really hard to, coming from 1.0 especially, where like I the short temperament from already having to deal with the event binding and the 2.0
Hmm.
devices and constant memory changes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
PTSD.
I don't think I've even gone into creative since UEFN came out. I've literally only been using. I haven't updated any of my other maps. I've only been in UEFN.
Well, that's good. It's a good way
It
to
is
start.
good, but all my old maps have died.
Oh my god.
Where I've not been. I've literally just left them to die. I should go update them.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that probably has something to do with like the tabs. You had to move it around.
Yeah, a lot of the tabs where people are making UEFN maps now. Like I'm not. I don't know if people are still making maps in 1.0. It doesn't
Definitely.
really feel like there's any point at the moment.
Well, I mean, it's there's a lot of demotivation because, especially for console players are like
True.
wild demotivated. Um,
True.
a lot of them feel like there's no reason to keep building because
Well, if you
you
do it
can't.
for fun, then there's always that. But
Yeah, but it's also like it was the same thing in 1.0 too, where like if you didn't have a code, it felt like there was no reason to build because
other people
there was
can
no
play
one
it.
being able to play. Yeah,
Yeah, part of the fun is people playing your maps.
exactly, and that's the best. I think that's the best part. Building is cool, but like actually seeing people play it
The
and give
reactions
feedback,
to it, yeah.
yeah, that's always the best part. But
Yeah.
not being able to have that leverage is really demotivating. And
Yeah. I don't know. I had my code before creative was out, so thankfully I've not had to deal with that.
oh god, I only got my code a year and a half ago now.
No, I used to stream, so I got the code like as soon as they first opened it up.
Oh, that's lucky. But
They wanna.
oh my god, now more than ever, people can't share their maps. It's really bad.
They can't
It's
what?
now more than ever, people can't share their maps
Oh
because you
really?
got console players are demotivated because there's no UEFN, right?
Yeah.
And then you got people under 18 who
Oh
verify
yeah. True.
or even can't verify or even use a parent to verify. Um,
Oh, because they signed up as under 18 originally.
right.
Yeah.
So now a lot of people just can't do anything. I got members of this team who can't do anything right
Oh
now with
really?
us. Yeah, because we're working in UEFN. We want to move forward, but it's hard to move forward when our members can't move forward with us.
They can still work on maps, can't they? They just can't release their own. Can they do like team maps?
Well, you can't work on projects with other UEFN team members if you're not in the UEFN team, and you can't join a UEFN team if you're not 18 or older.
Oh really?
So it
Oh,
creates
I
this
thought someone
barrier
told
where,
me they
like,
could.
no, I
Oh,
there
okay.
was an idea that you could, but if you try, it'll just tell you that you can't because
Oh,
you're not
well,
over 18.
that's unfortunate.
So it's like there's this huge barrier now where like we're trying to move forward, but
Yeah,
most of our members can't move forward with us, and it's really bad.
yeah. Hopefully,
Um,
hopefully they're 18 soon, or hopefully they change the thing. I know a couple of
it's oh
people
my
that
god,
can't.
yeah, it's so sad, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm grateful that I'm not under 18. I suppose, although I'm quite old.
yeah, but Jesus man. But moving away from that, um, have you updated any of your 1.0 maps in UEFN at all?
In UEFN, I converted a death run
Yeah,
and one of my free throughs, but I converted them and updated them,
your
and I
free
haven't
throw,
actually
like up.
up. Yeah, I converted up free through, and it didn't, and then I didn't update it, so I reverted it back to 1.0,
Uh,
and then I converted a death run, and I left it. I don't know why I converted them. This is when everything was new, and I just converted it
yeah,
because I could. You don't really need save data in a death run anyway.
yeah.
You do in a free for all, but in a death run, not really. So
Have
I converted
you
it and did nothing.
have you seen like UEFN breaking the mechanics in your maps when you convert them?
Not that I noticed. No, everything seems all good.
Because I've seen people say that like converting your maps from 1.0 to 2.0 is really bad for your mechanics. It'll break. But
Oh, I haven't looked into it too much. I
I
know
haven't either.
I know making mechanics in UEFN and then trying to move them like clears them. It's really weird. It's annoying as well.
That's, oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we had a
Um,
map that we were trying to do, and it had tons of mechanics, and then we had to move it because we built it too high up. And
yeah,
but if we move it, it wipes all the mechanics.
ooh,
Like
that,
it unlinks them all.
that's bad.
Yeah.
That's some event binding issue.
Yep. Very
Event
annoying.
binding level issues. Oh, and then speaking of event binding, they're changing the event binding to like the primary.
Oh yeah, they're
Uh,
force switching people, aren't they?
yeah, this is what everyone was worried about.
Yeah, but people have had warnings, like they have been told, and
Right.
I do think the new system is better. Like the
Oh,
event
it is
binding is better, 100%.
better by far. It's just
It's
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 the
just
fear that it's still broken.
yeah, there's always going to be that, but every update the game has breaks stuff in 1.0. I don't know if it does in 2.0. I've not had that issue yet, but every update the biggest worry was that it was going to break something. And
Especially this past update. This past update bumped up memory for a lot of maps so
oh
high.
really?
I think for us, we had a chapter 3 rock or chapter 4 rock placed on the map,
Yeah.
and it's originally like 4 memory,
Yeah.
23,000 memory this past update.
What? Really?
Our memory
Damn.
skyrocketed from 60K to, I think it went up to around 115K.
Oh yikes. Yeah, no,
It
I don't
was
know.
so bad.
Yeah, that
And
sounds bad.
we were looking for the source, just deleted that one rock, and it went back to normal. It was crazy.
Really? That's an expensive rock.
Very expensive.
Jeez. No, I've only the only maps I've made in UFN, the most memory I think one is my Lucky Blocks map, and that's like 20K.
Yeah.
So I've not really looked at the memory since the last update, but
Have you used
I,
Verse for that Lucky Block map?
not yet. I'm still
Plan
very.
on
I
it?
don't know how much you've looked into it. I'm looking at the disappearing platform and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I keep going over it all over and over again, and it's just not sticking. I'm hoping one day it clicks and I just start learning it, but it's
Yeah.
difficult.
Wasn't that creator's name? Warlock Warforge or something?
What's this?
It's there's a creator, and I haven't seen him before UEFN released, but he started blowing up with UEFN because he's big on verse. It's a
Oh,
Warlock.
oh, I know who you mean. The guy with the
Yeah.
hammer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know who you mean. I watched a
Yeah.
few of his videos. They are really
Yeah.
good.
His
They're
tutorials
helpful.
have been something.
I saw a thing
I
on
don't know.
Twitter he did.
I don't know where he came from. I don't know if he was a creator before UEFN or anything. He just
I
like
think he.
popped up out of
No, I
nowhere.
don't think. I might be wrong here, but I think he used UE a lot, and then he came to Fortnite with UEFN. I don't think he
Yeah,
knew Fortnite before.
because like I've never seen a creator just like pop up out of nowhere randomly
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
where he
That was
used
weird.
UE a lot, I guess he had a bit of a head start with knowing at least how the interface works and all that, and he's
Yeah,
just making the most of it being new and learning as
that's
he
I
grows, and he's
think that
popping off.
was I think that was my biggest worry with UEFN too. That like UE5 developers would just have advantage over us because they would understand the interface
Yeah,
and
but
then
at the
they
same
would be
time, we could have used it and learned it while we were waiting for it to release, but we
right.
didn't. So
But then there was also the issue with like console players and my God.
I don't really think about console players in the nicest
I
way. I've
Yeah,
not
no,
really been on
I get
console
that.
for like 10,
I
15 years. So
I get
obviously,
that.
obviously they play the maps a lot. It's nice that they can still play the UFM maps.
Right, yeah,
It just it sucks because they
that's
can't
good.
really make them.
And then I had this theory, right? It was
Yeah,
back when they leaked the downloading system, like when you download them.
yeah.
Um, I had this theory is it was going to be a great idea that like you would load into maps normally, but if the
Mm,
map went over the memory limit, then you would have to download, and
okay.
it would make it so that way instead of a map going over the memory and it just not letting you publish it, you could still publish it, but
Uh,
it would be the
they
player
would just
who
have to
downloads
download.
it. Yeah, they would download it and it would be in their system, right?
Yeah, but then you could have someone make a map and it be like gigabytes big.
Yeah,
Like you can make them download all sorts of stuff. I
yeah.
don't think they'd want. I don't think they'd want that. I don't know if it'd be a risk to the players in case someone did
Unless
something
they put
dodgy.
like unless they put like a cap that you could put it like there's a certain level
That's
that
the
you could.
100K cap.
Right, there's the 100K cap, but what if that was raised to like 500K, but you had to download past 100.
Yeah, I don't know.
It would
I've only
it
ever had
allowed for
one map
bigger
hit the
maps.
cap.
It would allow for way bigger maps. I mean, not that the maps
Yeah,
right
but then
now
there's
aren't
the
already
Mommer
huge.
Islands.
Right.
The Mommer Islands let
I
you
mean,
go
the
over.
maps right now can already get huge. Like,
Yeah, they are pretty big.
massive. But, you know,
I saw someone on Twitter. They made like some infinite generating map or something.
yeah, I saw that too.
That's
It's
nuts.
wild. It's really wild how big they can get now.
I'll be like that one day. I'll be able to make. I'll be a verse warlord, absolute wizard of the code.
One day
One
I'm gonna
day.
make one day I'm gonna make like the biggest, most broad open world map of all time. I can only dream.
Nice.
It's gonna happen, and you're gonna be able to like. I got some crazy ideas there. Right? I'm gonna figure it out eventually.
I always have like every day, every other day, I have a new idea, which then makes me bored of my previous idea. So I end up I've got like 6 or 7 different maps that I've started, and I've just dropped after a day or two because I've moved on to my new idea.
Yeah.
I've got one that I've nearly finished now that I'll probably release this week, but
Nice. Quick plug.
quick plug. But nah, my focus is my lucky blocks right now.
Right. How's that doing? Is it popping off?
It's second in popular UEFN experiences,
Oh,
but
that's good.
Naverti's Carrot Nightmare is on the huge rise and is going to overtake me any minute now. I'm on
Probably,
5K, he's on
really soon.
8K. So I will be dropping off this tab very soon, most likely. But
Oh yeah.
can't complain. At least I got some time in there.
So one of my big questions that I feel is really important to ask every single creator that comes on here
Go on then.
is what's a huge demotivator when you're making maps, especially in UEFN now, but in 1.02.
Demotivator.
Yeah.
Um, when when a map doesn't show up anywhere for a long time.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like, I've just got off of like a long dry spell of I've been making maps, and like I think apart before this Lucky Blocks map, my last map to appear in Discover was January.
Mm-hmm.
Like I go through phases where I'll get maps to appear often, and then I won't know what's happened. I
It's
just
just
can't
huge
appear
dip.
for months at a time. So it's
Oh
like I
yeah.
feel like I'm making stuff that I know won't
Nothing's
appear.
happening.
Yeah. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like the people without codes. Like they make stuff and no one can play it.
Right. You just get the feeling that like it's not going anywhere, but you put
Yeah.
an effort.
And also, no persistence doesn't really help save data or XP or anything. Because
Yeah.
like my maps had, I think it's hit over 1 million plays now in the last week, and there's no save data, so it's not building a player base because no one's elims are saving the achievements, nothing. It's all just getting wiped every time they leave. So I'm not building a player base. As soon as I leave this tab, the map's probably gonna die.
Yeah. For us, it's been the crashing in UEFM. I don't know if you've gotten that
I've
problem.
not. I've only crashed if I mess with collision too much.
Really? Oh
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not actually crashing. Maybe my projects aren't quite as big, to
Um.
be honest. But
Well, crashing for us and a lot of other people have been like wild. It's
yeah, no, I guess I've been
but
quite lucky.
it's been mainly happening when like importing props or messing with materials. Those are the two big things that cause it.
Okay.
Notice. So
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know if that's like something for you to stay away from, or if maybe your PC is
I
just
would.
really good.
I don't even know what I've got. E80.
3080.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's aight. It's aight. It's
Um,
actually, my computer's actually breaking. I need a new one.
it's breaking.
Yeah, the other like a week ago, not even a week ago, like 2 or 3 days ago, I turned it on and it just froze. And
What
every
the
time,
heck?
like on my login screen, it just wouldn't get past it. So I unplugged the monitor and it started working. So something about breaking. So I
Mm-hmm.
can only have 2 monitors now. It feels gross.
How many monitors do you have in total?
3, but
Three.
now
Okay.
now
All right, you
2.
got the same amount as me.
Yeah, I used to have 4, but it felt a bit overkill.
My PC, my motherboard doesn't even hold 3 monitors, so I got to get a new one.
Uh,
I need
yeah,
a
no,
whole new.
now I'm at 2 now.
I need a whole new PC. I haven't been able to use UEFN mainly because my PC. I had a
Mm.
PC, but it wasn't good. So I started working on it before UEFN came out, and then I tried it when UEFN did come out, and it just didn't work. So I deassembled my entire PC, sold all the
Mhm.
parts, and I'm like completely redoing the process.
I never sell my old PCs. I don't know why. I just put them in the back room each time I get a new one. I've got like 3 or 4 PCs just
I mean,
stacked up.
a part of me wants to do that just for like the memories, because that PC that I had was my first PC ever. I've had it for over 6 years.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's a long time for one PC.
yeah, I got it. I got it a long time ago, and it's been carrying me through everything. Uh, Carried me through COVID too. That was big.
Oh really?
um,
Yeah.
and then I tried in UEFN and it didn't good enough. So I wanted to hold on to it just for the memories, but honestly, like I can't keep holding on to something that's not going to benefit me.
No, mine's just collecting dust. It just fills up a space. I don't want it. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm too lazy to sell like
Give
the
it to
parts.
me. I'll take
I'm
it. I'll
too
take
lazy to
forever.
ship it. I'm too lazy to do anything with it other than just put it in a corner.
I'll fly to the UK just to grab that PC, man.
Why? You don't want it.
I need it. I need it. If your PC can use UEFN,
It's
I
my
don't
old PC.
care how.
UEFM wasn't out when I got it.
Well, I don't. Oh, well, in that
It's
case,
got a 2080.
2080.
Yeah, 2080 Ti.
I would still take it. Mine was a 1080 Ti, which is
I had that before my 2080. They're still good.
yeah, it's all right.
It's a bit dated, I guess, these
Yeah,
days, but it's not the worst thing you could have.
yes, but shoot, I got to get back on track. My other question for you was, when did you start creative?
When I
Was it
started
like
it from literally the first day, I released
day
a map
one?
on the first day creative came out. I released an edit course, and put it on Reddit, and was like, "Everyone, look at what I've just made," because I wanted to get a load of
Wow.
upvotes on Reddit and likes on Twitter.
Yeah, how'd that do?
It did good. I got like 1.5K, I think, on Reddit. Um,
Uh huh.
500 odd likes on Twitter. It did well, yeah. And then it got featured because of all that.
Oh wow, it got
Yeah,
featured. Your edit course?
yeah. Well, creative. What did it come out on like December 8th, I think, or something? December 6th, 2018.
It was somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was featured by I think the 18th of December.
Ooh.
Because
Well, that's a good time to
they
get
looked
featured.
on the Reddit. They looked on the Reddit and saw it was like the top voted thing. Because I don't know why, but um, and then they just put it. I didn't even know it was getting featured. I just got. I was. They tweeted at me. They didn't tag
Oh,
me, which is annoying. But
they didn't tag you. Oh my
they
god.
tweeted my map. They said check out Candook's warm up map, but they didn't tag me. And all my friends commented on it saying delete the tweet and tag him. Because Fortnite was in its prime then. Like there was a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a great time to get featured around Christmas too.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, there was no pre-game sack button anything, so all the people that used my code were just people that played it and left the game and entered it in the item shop. So it wasn't like crazy, but
Yeah.
I didn't even know I could make money when I did it.
Oh yeah.
It was just a case of
Well,
I
I mean, how
woke
much?
up. I, Mhm.
Go ahead. You
I was
go.
gonna say I didn't even check my dashboard for like a few days because I didn't know you could use a creator code in the map.
Yeah.
And then like, a few days later, I looked at my dashboard because I'd been. I looked at it every now and again because I streamed, and I just wanted to know if anyone had used it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, is this bugged?" I thought it was bugged because I was like, "What?"
I never had any idea you could. I thought a code was just like something that you could use to publish a map, but when
Yeah,
I got the code, found out that there was a dashboard. I didn't know there was a dashboard. I got the code. I found out there was a dashboard. I was like, "What? What is this?" And I look
yeah.
around and I realized money for crazy.
I miss the old dashboard. I don't like knowing my money once a month now. It's
How was the old
annoying.
dashboard? How'd that work?
Well, it told you your daily earnings. Like, you
Your
can hover
daily
over the little,
earnings?
you can hover over the purple bar, and it
Yeah.
tells you how many supporters. It also told you how much money, like for that specific day.
Oh, that's way
And
better.
then yeah, and then they got rid of it, so you just got the total for the month.
Ew.
And then yeah,
That sounds so much better. Oh my god.
yeah, it was. And now it's you don't even know what you've made. Like I don't know anything about what I made in April until the end of May. Like what?
That's bad. I mean,
Yeah.
UEFN kind of and the new system kind of messed up everyone's payments. I think
Yep.
everyone's payments skipped a month now.
Yeah, we got it at the end of the month, didn't we? End of March
Oh my
instead of in
god.
the middle. Well, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Well,
I still don't know how it works.
I yeah, it's confusing. I know it's like engagement based, but other than that, I have no clue.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I know it's engagement based, but I don't know when we get paid. I don't know when we find out how much we made.
to be
It's
fair, I think that was still an issue with 1.0 too. They
yeah,
never really communicated that.
it was just somewhere in the middle of the month. Not quite sure when.
I, in my experience, I think it's based off of the day that you got your code originally. Because
um,
I got my code July 16th, and ever since then I've been getting paid on July 16th.
yeah, no, I think it's literally they try and get it as close to the middle of the month as they can. But obviously, if there's a weekend, then
Right.
they'll wait till the next Monday,
Yeah.
something like that. I
Um,
think.
but I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky to get it on the same day every single month.
Yeah,
But
maybe they paid on a
but
weekend
that's the
last month.
pattern I've gotten.
Weird.
And that's on a Thursday, I think, those payments.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's different every month, isn't it? What day it is? It's not always
Yeah.
the 16th.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten paid for my own code in almost a year.
Oh, really?
I completely stopped making personal maps and I just started focusing on the team.
Okay. How's the team doing?
The team's doing it's doing okay. Uh but
If you're doing good, though,
the,
then I'm happy
the
to hear.
team in general is doing really nice. We're doing really good.
Nice.
But you got any plans to start or join any teams?
I don't really. In a way, I say I don't really see a point. There was no point in a team during 1.0, and
Yeah,
I still feel like there's no point in a team with how Discover is.
right,
Like, um, but obviously a team can help you get maps out quicker or a higher quality or all
right.
that.
That's
But
how I see it.
yeah, I see it like that as well. But the Discover doesn't care about quality.
Right.
It really doesn't. So it's
So
like
here's about the
it's a lot
numbers.
of work. It's a lot of work to run a team
Oh
when
yeah,
I
it's
could.
I
I've got a
can tell
team.
you
I've got a team with my brother, but
with your brother.
yeah, but it's mainly just him. He just does his own thing on it, and I just sort of supervise it.
Oh yeah, no, running a
Um,
full-fledged team is
but yeah, no,
something
with
else.
multiple members, like I've seen people do it, and it's like they've got like people that make thumbnails, trailers, coders,
Oh yeah,
level designers.
that's why that's why I think a team is important. You get people who specialize in multiple different things, and it takes less stress off learn everything, and
Yeah,
you can more just have people work together, get stuff done.
I do definitely think in the long run a team will be like required. I think for a top level game, like
Yeah,
the popular games. But until they add saving and like ways that we can keep players coming back to our maps, there's
oh yeah.
not really much point.
Well,
That's how I feel
oh,
at least.
how do you feel about the players showing up underneath the map now?
The what? What do you mean?
The in Discovery, you know how there's the concurrent players underneath the map.
Oh, the player count. I love it.
Yeah, Oh my
Love
god,
it. Do you?
I was such a huge fan of it when it came out.
It's so good.
Only because it disproved the people that argued that XP didn't lead to map success.
It led to temporary success, but
Temporary
it didn't.
success,
It didn't give player bases.
right? But
Like,
there was that very obvious just big boost
yeah. Like with
when
my, I'm sure you know, with my free for all, I used a lot of XP advertisement.
right.
Um, it would bring players to the map, but they would only be there for XP. So as soon as I updated the map, they would leave and not come back because I had to
Right.
calibrate. So
That's yeah,
like that map's got over 10 million plays just from promoting on TikTok and YouTube and stuff. It never appears in Discover, and I think it's got about 4 people on it right now.
yeah. I see a lot of people say that XP doesn't mean anything in a map, but
It
when
gets
we're
you quick
talking,
plays, but not a player base.
yeah, player base comes from people who like enjoy the map.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
player base is so
but
much more important now.
it is. But when it comes to getting quick, good plays and money, even too, especially now with engagement, XP is big. XP's big.
I don't know. I feel like the quick plays were better with a sack button because even if
Mm?
the quick plays came in, they'd come in, they'd play your map once, use your code, but then the code would be
Well,
in for the next 2
that
weeks.
also depends on your placement with the SAT code
Oh yeah,
because
I had the best placement in all of Discover.
I I was against putting even SAT codes in general in any maps.
Yeah.
Like my maps, I wouldn't put SAT codes in them. I
What,
would
the
just
device at all?
yeah, I would just leave it out. I would delete it.
Is there any reason for that?
I never cared about money. I still don't.
I
I just
suppose. I guess it depends what your goals are.
because
If you do it if you do genuinely enjoy it, then I suppose it doesn't really matter
yeah, that's
either
just
way.
this is my gig. I do this for the fun of it, and my team. I started it for the fun of it, and everyone on it.
Yeah, I
You know,
originally started it. Like I said, I started it. I originally started it for like likes on Twitter and Reddit, and I
right?
enjoyed it when I did it. I don't know if I enjoyed the attention the maps got or actually making them more. I enjoyed both, but as time went on, things just like updates kept breaking stuff, and
Yeah,
it's just little things annoyed me to a point where I do it now more for the business side than I do
right. Well, I mean,
the
that's
enjoyment
kind of
side.
feels like that's what Epic's moving towards, anyways. A lot
Yeah.
more business
I'm enjoying
than
it a lot
fun.
more now with UEFN because it's like new stuff to learn.
Yeah,
But towards the end of 1.0, I was
I
very burnt
mean,
out.
UEFN's big for creators because like
Mm.
you can technically say now that you're like a full on game developer.
True.
Like
Not a very good
I
one yet, but
not a good one at all, but none of us are. But
I don't know. Have you seen Finest's map? Is the newest one?
I haven't. What is it?
It's a Lucky Block Sky Wars,
Lucky
but
Block.
like
I've seen a lot of Lucky Blocks map. Is that going to be like the next wave of maps coming? Just Lucky Blocks.
they added a tab for it.
They added a
Uh,
tab for it.
they added it. It's called
Oh my
Surprise Me, and
god!
it's just a tab of Lucky Blocks maps.
I don't even.
But nah,
I've
Finest
seen
did a new map, and he's a nerd. He's so smart.
it.
Like with his verse stuff, you can like it looks kind of Minecrafty, but you can like place blocks and like
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
very smart. He's made like ender pearls. He's made TNT that blows up the map.
Oh
It's
my god,
like the actual blows up the blocks, and it's crazy.
that's cool. Well, we all
Yeah,
knew this was a nerd, but
yeah, he is a nerd. I'm jealous though. I want to be a nerd.
I
He
wish
puts
I
in
could be a nerd.
he puts the time in though, to be fair, and
Yeah.
he's a smart guy.
Well, I mean, that's the future. That's the future of the creative.
Yes,
Hopefully,
it is. I'm trying not to get left behind. I'm trying so hard to learn it, but it doesn't stick in my head. I've read the
keep watching
entire.
them tutorials. Keep watching those
I've watched
tutorials.
so many tutorials. I've watched. I've read through the whole the whole the UEFN document thing.
Yeah.
Like that's supposed to teach you. I've read through all of that 2.5 times and given up. I'm currently watching a Harvard lecture on computer science. Like,
What the hell?
it's a 24-hour video. I'm
Oh my
trying
God.
everything I can to learn it, and it's just not sticking in my head. And I don't want to say it. Just I'm just someone that can't learn it because I feel like eventually it'll click, and once it clicks, I'll
Yeah,
learn
you
it
don't want to
quick.
say that you can't learn it.
It's just that initial. I need to learn that initial. I just need to learn the basics, and I can go from there. But it's not
Right.
sticking. I don't understand it.
It's not sticking for a lot of people. There's so much
Yeah.
demotivation just because like the interface is not fun compared to what we're used to.
Mm-hmm. No.
And that's the big demotivator there.
Yeah. The issue I'm having at the moment is rotating stuff. Like I'm trying to.
Really?
You can't do the circle trick
Oh my! You
in
can?
UEFN. No,
Oh yeah,
because
you can.
I select two things and rotate, and it just rotates from one of the points, not from the center.
Right.
So I
Because
have to
it's
make everything up. I have to make everything an actual prop, and then go in the live edit and do it.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
This is how
annoying.
UEFN works. You can't because in 1.0 it would take all the axes and put it in the middle.
Yep. And on
But
this
now
one,
it's all from their own. Oh my God.
yeah.
I mean, maybe they'll make like I'm hoping so. They make like an option you can switch, and it'll make it so that way it either goes to the normal axis.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. It'd be cool if you could select whether it's on one prop or like perfectly in the center or something. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, the creator
Oh, well.
portal needs a lot. The creator portal especially needs a lot of changes. Actually.
Oh, the creator portal, I don't like it at all. I feel like there should be a lot more on there. I want my creator profile. I want to know when they're back.
Yeah, those. Oh
They
my
hadn't
God,
been
they
for
were.
like a day.
I looked at so many creators' profiles the second that it came out because I saw that like you could see the maps that were.
Yeah.
That was so fun. The first person I checked was Do I want to say this? The first
Go on,
person I
say it.
checked, the first person I checked was Gearsy.
Nice, yeah. Well, he's only got the pit and the LTM version of the pit.
Yes, there's only 2 bits, and I
Then
was so.
I was gonna say he's got
Yeah,
his team code, which he dupes on, but not his main one's literally only the pit.
I was so disappointed when I saw that. Like I thought he would have at least had some other old apps that he had worked on, but no, it was just the pit.
No, just the pit. He doesn't need to do anything. He's blessed.
He's very blessed.
He's so blessed.
But speaking of Gearsy, Team Gearsy is growing rapidly.
What with his zombie map?
No, I mean like his members.
Oh, he's got like 11 members or something now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
they've
just
done nothing.
He's
I don't get
collecting
it.
stones.
I don't get it. He's got like 10, 11 people on his team, but they've done
And
nothing so far.
he's not just collecting anyway. He's collecting like good people, like really good people.
Yeah,
He's got
he had a few like bigger YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah, he's got Chase Jackman on there now.
I saw that. Yeah.
Fruitsy, couple other guys. Oh, he's got crazy creators on there.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing though. Maybe they're working on something big, but
That's a good question. Like what the
their
way
only map at the moment is a 1.0 dupe.
It's the way that Gearsy has portrayed his maps to be with his theme and everything. It's like this. It brings up this question: like, what are they doing?
Nothing. I don't know. Yeah, they're probably doing something, but
hopefully something good. I would love to see some good content.
Oh yeah, but
put it that way.
I mean, this is Gearsy we're on about here. I mean, I'm kidding. No, it'd be cool to see everyone doing good maps. And with a team, definitely, some high quality maps can come out.
I mean, teams are big. Teams are big. And they're gonna be big.
Gonna be insane. Like Roblox has in like studios for maps.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? One of them they have like 50 people that work for their on their map or something. It's insane.
And speaking of other studios, did you see that Fall Guys Creator was coming out?
Yes, and I tweeted asking if we can make money from it, and I got like 10 replies saying you should do it for fun, not the money, and calling me sad. And I was like, well, I was just curious.
Well, yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, they didn't mention it, but it's like.
But what are your thoughts on it? in terms of like competition with, right?
Oh, I don't think there'll be any competition to Fortnite. It's
Really?
yeah, they're not. Maybe they'll try link the two in a sense of getting. No, I don't have a. I don't think they'll even do that. I was going to say in sense of getting like Full Guys maps on Fortnite, but
Oh, no, absolutely not.
no, they wouldn't. I
Unless
don't
what
know. I
they
think
did,
I,
and you know, I don't see a problem with this. I think this would be crazy.
mm,
Epic Games' idea of the metaverse is like really big, right?
yeah, they want to merge everything.
It's this huge idea. It would
Mm,
be cool to see if they made just like instead of having it within Fortnite, there's just this its own separate platform, Discovery,
yeah,
and it's from all Epic games
yeah, that'd be
that have
crazy.
sandbox. So
It's like
you'd see everything. It'd be UE5 games. It'd be Fortnite. It'd be
it's
Fall
everything.
Guys, and
Literally everything.
however far they expand it, it could just go on forever.
That would be sick. Combine them all like one
Yeah.
massive player base. Oh god.
And I think that would be a big metaverse step.
It would be huge. I do plan on making maybe at least one map on the Full Guys thing just to give it a
I do
go.
too.
I'm
I
gonna be
definitely will.
making a map or two on there. Hopefully, it does well. Um, there probably won't be any way to make money off it at the start, but maybe if it goes quiet, they'll try and get people back.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know. I feel
it's
like they
coming
should.
soon, though.
Yeah,
Coming
it does
soon.
feel soon. There's no like. Is there a support creator with
Uh, yeah, there's
There is. Maybe it'll be
so
like Fortnite was
it'll
with
probably be that system where like you have to you
you
gotta
can only build with like predefined things. There's no billboards. There's nothing, so like people won't know.
write that too.
It'll be like my first feature where there was no pre games, there was no sack
It
button.
was just right into it.
People only use my code if they enjoyed the map and left the game and used it. It'll probably be like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see Rocket League mode. Crazy.
I've not played Rocket League in
You
years.
haven't played Rocket League?
I played it when it first came out,
Ah,
but not since then.
Rocket League creative mode would go hard.
Just a custom arena.
Yeah,
Put like 10
and
balls in it.
but
3
yeah,
goals.
I mean, me personally, I think Fall Guys. I'm not saying it's going to create competition, but there's definitely going to be a little creators at least to go try out
Oh,
Fall Guys.
I think a lot of creators are going to go over there and try and make a map.
Yeah,
It might get plays, it might not, who knows, and then they'll just go back to Fortnite.
yeah. I
And
mean,
whoever's map sticks
I'm
might.
thinking I might expand Vortex towards Vortex. Vortex might expand it a little bit towards Fall Guys and Roblox.
Oh,
That's a
really?
big if though. That's a big
I
if.
considered Roblox, but it's like Roblox is what, 16, 17 years old? Fortnite's
Yeah,
4 or 5. Like, I'm hoping Fortnite gets to a stage where Roblox is, and I feel like
yeah,
because it's so early in Fortnite that I can like grow with it.
yeah. But
It'd be difficult getting into
Discovery's
Roblox.
only what 2 years old, 3 years old.
Not even two. It's like a year and a half, I think. Yeah, about a year. I think it was like September 2021 or something.
So roughly 2 years.
Yeah.
Um. So we're very very early into it.
I say, look at the maps that are out now in UEFN, and it's been what, 2 months? In a year or
Yeah.
two, some of these maps are going to be absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It's big.
There's
The idea.
probably some
Yeah.
teams out there working on like some of the most insane things.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff already, but
Yeah.
um, there's definitely gonna be a little bit of movement from creators when it comes to Fall Guys creative. There's gonna be some
Oh,
people going up
definitely.
there to try it out, but
I'm.
I don't think I would move over there
Oh no, I
unless,
wouldn't move.
or I wouldn't try it out unless there's gonna be money from it,
Oh yeah, if
and
there's, I'll.
like,
I'm gonna
well,
try it, but
yeah,
if they say there's not gonna be any way to make money on it anytime soon, then
because I want to try it out, and I want to but I also have to pay members on the team.
Exactly. Like you can do it for fun, sure, but it's
It's
the money you need money as like there needs to be an incentive to keep
right,
doing it.
right.
It's only
That's
fun for so long.
one of the big issues with creative and its tabs and everything. I got to keep the members paid, but sometimes creative just doesn't work
Yeah.
the way.
Is your team released any 2.0 maps yet or UEFN maps?
Other than the one that we're gonna release on the 11th, no.
Oh, okay.
But we were working on like a ton of maps, a ton. We had like a
Yeah.
whole gallery, and then randomly out of nowhere, 2.0 news. Like what? And it was terrible because like we wanted to keep working on the 1.0 maps and get them done, but then 2.0 got
It was
announced, and we were
pointless
like,
to
"What
do it,
the
yeah.
fuck?" Like all of our hard work went down the drain because we were like, "Okay, if UEFN's gonna come out, what's gonna happen to our 1.0 maps? Are they still gonna be good?"
Yeah, I
And
mean, you say that all the top maps are still 1.0.
right, they are, but like we knew that if we released our 1.0 maps, they weren't gonna do good compared to the top maps. So now,
Yeah,
especially with UEFN, what's gonna happen? Um,
not a
it,
clue.
it was a big issue. So, um,
They are heavily promoting UEFN maps as well
right, like
over the top of
really heavily
normal maps.
promoted.
Which I'm
So
not complaining about because I'm only making in UEFN, but it does suck for the
yeah,
people like console and whatnot.
who can't? Yeah. Um, but we had all of these maps ready, and we were gonna release them after finishing them, and then UEFN got announced like right when we were the month that we were supposed to release our biggest map of all time was the month that UEFN got released.
Yeah, that's a big grief. Not gonna lie, that is a big grief.
Very, and it was an open world map. It was an open
Oh,
world
was
map.
it?
Yes, and I was so fucking pissed because I was like, okay, now that UEFN's released, yeah, we could work on this map in UEFN, but what about all the other maps that we worked hard on? All gone, all gone. It was bad. Um, but
Yeah, I
there's
don't know. I don't bother with open world. It's the open world takes a lot. I don't
oh
have
yeah,
the I don't have the patience to work on it. I'd get bored before I finished it.
yeah.
So I
It's
just
a
don't.
very long, boring process because you also got to
Yeah.
worry about engagement. It's really hard to keep people engaged in an open world because there's so much shit that you got to worry about. Like how, especially if the map is big. If it's really big, you got
Yeah.
players going everywhere. You got to make sure that everyone's engaged no matter where they are.
Yeah, and if you have like a lot of empty space and whatnot, it just seems a bit empty. Like there's open world MMOs I've played and it's just empty fields with a tree or two, like
Yeah,
between all the big main cities, and it's just boring.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
Open
gotta,
worlds are hard. That's why I don't like making big open worlds. So whenever I make open worlds, 'cause that's my main thing. I love making open worlds. If there's an
yeah,
open world that I make, I always make sure it's like in a either in a smaller or confined area, or
mhm,
just like at least the size, at the most, the size of like an XL grid island,
yeah.
because I think that's a pretty good size.
That is a pretty big map to be fair. I don't
Yeah,
know. I like little fighty maps.
yeah.
I just I suck at level design as well. So
Ugh.
I'm a
I mean, have you heard
I'm
of
a,
the whiteboard test?
no.
It's I think I saw it from Twin, but the whiteboard test in short, it's just like it's levels of how good your level design is, and you pretty much just draw uh before you start a map, you draw on a whiteboard or whatever you have, just like a quick sketch of your layout, and then you can look at this thing. I can send it to you if you want, but you look at
Okay,
this
yeah.
thing and you kind of compare it, and there's like it gives you the details of what makes a good level design and what doesn't.
Okay, yeah, no,
And
send me that.
yeah, I can, and yeah, I use it a lot. especially with the HQ. I wish I could
Yeah.
show you the HQ. I was gonna give you a tour and everything.
It would have been sick. I wish I could. Maybe another
Like
time.
I had to with the HQ, the design and layout of the HQ. I kept looking back and forth a lot. It's good. It's really useful actually.
Yeah, I could definitely do with that. I have
Um,
the level design. I'm a parkour gallery user, or like
yeah,
I'm useless.
it's especially good for combat maps. Like especially good because you need good level design for combat.
Yeah.
Good layout is the
Otherwise,
most
no one
important.
stays. Level
Um,
design is very important. Yeah.
yeah, and then I think aesthetics is like the least important because
Yeah. No one cares about aesthetics. It's about the fun. If you're having
right.
fun, a cool level design.
I love aesthetics. That's like my
I
thing.
love
But
them.
you
I feel
know,
like they should get more attention. It's just it sucks they don't, but
yeah,
it is what it is. I can't control how kids think.
yeah. And on that note, what is the longest amount of time that you've ever spent on a map?
It kind of depends. I'd spent like a
And,
month and a half on a map once, but that
oh my
was
god,
yeah, but that was because I was doing it for like an hour a day max, and I wasn't
yeah,
like fully paying attention, and I just dragged it out. It could have been done in like a week. Um,
yeah,
you want about for the initial release or like with updates?
yeah,
Like because just to make a map from scratch into the initial release, um, probably like a week or two maybe. Um, I don't have enough of an attention span to stick on one map for long enough because I know there's that chance that it just won't get anywhere, and I would have wasted all that time when I could have made a map in like 2 hours and it would get more attention.
yeah.
So,
I mean, like for me, um,
mm,
I was always notoriously known for spending really short amount of time on maps.
yeah,
Like I'm really quick with maps, like really quick.
yeah,
Uh, I think it was I don't know if you've seen it. I made some. I think it was a team deathmatch. That's what it was. It was a team deathmatch, and it was based in Alien Mothership, right?
yeah.
And it was like this big, really big scaled, nice layout. Um, and I think I finished it in 2 days.
Oh, really?
um, the most I've ever
Yeah.
spent on a map was 2 years.
Yeah, no, that's. I don't care what map it is, that's too long. What,
Yeah, I
before
know it was
releasing the
long.
first version?
I'd never even released the map. I'm still working on it.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez. I
Um,
respect the dedication. Why is it
but
taking so long? Is that the open world or?
yeah, it's another open world that I was working on. But the reason it took so long and it is taking so long is because every time I feel like I'm satisfied with the map and ready to go, something happens in
Mhm.
creative, like a new update, and I got to do something else. Um,
Yeah.
like I never feel like it's enough, you know.
No,
So
enough is never enough.
I started the project in chapter 2,
Yeah.
and it was so good. It was going so well, and I think furthest.
Yeah.
He's on Zen now. He's one of my buddies, best buddies,
Oh, is it?
and um, he had an open world map that he showed me, and it was so fucking beautiful. It was amazing, and he had like these cool power ups and abilities. It was great, and he showed me how to do that in mechanic, and I was like, I'm gonna do something. I told him I was gonna do something with it. So I started making an open world in chapter 2, and I was working on it, and I got pretty far,
Yeah.
and then what was it? I think a bunch of new devices came out because in the beginning, chapter 2, it was like there was no new updates or anything creative. And
Yeah.
then I think it was around 3 or season 6, we just started getting a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah,
And
there
I
was
don't
a
know if
big
you
dry spout of
yeah,
nothing, and then they just gave us a ton.
yeah, there was just
I'm
like
not
this
complaining
big,
about, but
big surge one day where they started giving us a bunch of content. Um,
yeah.
that's what happened. Like I was working on the map and it was going good, and then that surge happened, and I was like, "Fuck!" Now there's a
Yeah.
bunch of new content. Now there's a bunch of new stuff for me to work with. Now I got to make it work, or else I'm going to be behind everyone else.
Yeah, being
Um,
behind is the worst. You got to try
so
to keep up.
I started working on it again. Started working, and it went on for almost a year just working because I had so much other stuff on my plate. I didn't have time to work on the map.
Yeah.
So by the time that I actually finished and I was set, I was ready. Chapter 3 comes out. Fuck, like then there's
Yeah.
more new stuff,
Now UEFN's out. That map's never getting finished.
right? Like
Unless you convert it.
I started working on it, and then um, and I got to a point where I was somewhat satisfied, and then more new stuff came out, and then now UEFN comes out, and now I'm like, okay, well now I have to make it in UEFN because it's gonna make it easier for me. But then I don't have a PC.
Oh, do you don't have a PC? Oh,
No, I had a PC, but again, I
oh
told
wait,
you,
yeah,
I
yeah.
assembled it, sold the parts separately, so that way I
Yeah,
made
no, I
more money.
remember. Yeah, I get you.
So now I just don't have a PC. Now I can't do anything.
Yeah, that
Fucked.
sucks.
Uh,
Oh, you'll get one. You'll get there. You'll get back. You'll be
I'll,
able to.
I'll, yeah, I'll get back on my feet eventually.
Just got to work on it a bit more until you're able to do that, I guess, and then you can convert it. I don't know.
Yep. I mean, yeah, but I mean, if anything, I can just make it a team project. But
Yeah,
that was supposed to
I'll
be
stick
my
to the
last.
team.
That was supposed to be my last ever project. That obviously not. But
Last ever sounds like it was your first as well. Two
no,
years.
my first was day one of crew. But
What'd you
I
make?
didn't have. I think it was that island that has like the big mountain on one side and that's low on the other side. You know what I'm talking about?
Um,
One of the
what
pre
like the
one of the
template
preset
island?
islands. Yeah, the
Oh
template
yeah,
island.
yeah, yeah.
I think on it I used wood and brick, and a I built a big secret base in one of the mountains, and I had a big tunnel system going throughout the entire island with multiple checkpoints throughout.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how mechanics worked or anything, or how actually there were even channels at that time. So
No, I was gonna say no one knew how mechanics worked. But
I
no, I
didn't.
think there were channels, but there was like 10 channels or something.
No, I think it was a content update like after the beta.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, it was definitely very
so
old.
there was no channels. It was just like minor devices like the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't know how to use them. So there were no devices. It was just me, my wood brick, and I think I used some like torches, some customizable,
Mhm.
and I just had them placed around everywhere. And it was just this big tunnel system going throughout. And I would bring all my friends there, and we would like and role play. Great.
Nice. Fair enough. Oh, it's all made out of like brick and wood and just like the building
Yeah,
mat.
yeah.
Nice.
I had no idea how to do anything else, so I did that.
No, I instantly threw down the parkour gallery and made an edit course with the
Oh my
parkour
god.
gallery.
Well, I mean, I was never a competitive player. I actually became a competitive player because of creative.
No, I did competitive for ages, and then it came out, and I was like, oh, I can make something so that people can practice.
Yeah, I was always a sandbox guy, but creative, seeing the edited courses and stuff. I probably played one of your edit courses at some point, if
Yeah.
anything.
I used to make them in Playground as well, just for myself. I'd
Oh
make like
yeah,
a little course out of building mats, and then run through it, and then I'd have
yeah.
to like reset all the pieces because
Oh
there's no
yeah,
start and stop, and it'd
yeah.
be very annoying.
But I would um I would go into the edit course and stuff, and I would see them, and I would be like, "Oh, this is cool." And so then I started playing arena, and I started going into competitive,
Yeah.
and eventually I started getting good. Then I started competing in tournaments and everything. But then I think around chapter 2, season 5, I started getting rusty
Yeah.
because I
I,
stopped.
d- I just got too old, so I gave up. Just focus fully on maps, which I'm
Yeah.
glad I did.
Yeah, that turned out really well for you. I think.
It did alright last year.
Last year.
Yeah, this year's only just started to go good. First 4 months were a bit of a mess. I couldn't get anything anywhere, but
Well, the year's going by fast. So.
yeah, it is. It's Lucky Blocks maps. First map of the year that I've got
Okay.
somewhere.
All right. Well, taken. Still there? What's the how long? How far are we into? Feels like my God,
That's been a long time.
it's a lot of. That was a good conversation. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
I realize it had been that long.
All right. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Keep recording. I'm gonna ask one more question.
Yeah, go on.
My last question, and then we'll end it off here because it's been a long
Yeah,
time.
no, that's all good.
What, as a whole, for creative, what are your thoughts on where it's going?
I think it is going in the right direction slowly. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like they don't really know what they're doing with Discover still. Like, recently played is still not even it should be at the top always, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's their way of trying to get people to play new maps instead of the top maps to try and
Probably.
even it out, because like they know they've given those top maps a player base that's like not it's not competable. Like, their player base is huge, but I don't know if that's their reason for lowering it under all the other maps or what. But it is what it is. But it's going in the right direction. New people coming in, making high quality stuff. There's been a lot less spam. There's been a lot less clickbait.
Yeah.
Still some. They're never going to get rid of it all, but
No.
I think it's going good. I like where
Yeah,
it's going.
they're definitely moving in a good direction with the metaverse and the new tools. Good.
Yeah, it's just a pain to learn.
Oh, very. All right. Well, geez, that was a long conversation.
It's been long. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I'm really glad you hopped on here today.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. All right. That was episode 2 of the Vortex Lounge. Hope everyone has a good day. Hope you have a good day, Candook.
And you. Thank you.
And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take
Have
it.
a good one.